Hello everybody and welcome back again after 30 minutes to another matchup for Osumania Long Note Tournament, the 4th edition. This time we will be having a match being Ogata Kanna versus polymaridd. Both players really good in their own respective right. It is I, Adam Akaville, speaking over MSG right now. Solo casting actually this time. So this time, for this match that I will be commentating on is Ogata Kanna versus polymaridd. Now, Ogata Kanna is from Chile, a really respectful and really good player on his own goods. Same with polymaridd from Poland. Not much need to say from both players. All that I know is that I don't really see too much name from Ogata Kanna themselves. And for polymaridd, if I'm not wrong, he has played in Mania World Cup before, and he has been on tons of leaderboard scores, actually. So, now we will be having this match happening, but fun fact, we will be having another match happening at the other moment, being just Emilio versus BBC Senzawa. That was a change of schedule. So I'll be commentating for this matchup while the other one should be commentating by Nightcore unless something happens as we get into the roll right now. Polymaridd rolling 89. Oh, just shy of the 90s, you know. But anyway, as we see Ogata Kanna rolling, seems like polymaridd will win the roll at 89. Let's see which one of them will be protecting or banned first. Oh, it seems like polymaridd will be protecting first. Now, from polymaridd's side, I'm not really too sure what he may be protecting. Possibly the coordination side of the maps. I haven't done too much of a researches yet, but seems like he's deciding. While we are waiting, Ogata Kanna will probably restart his PC or something to fix the audio from his PC. God damn you, Takehirote, for doing a funny. Maybe the ref messed up. I will have to check on what the actual protect is, since I think polymaridd.
Uncle Roger approved.
Oh, density 2? Is it density 2? Hopefully so. But if nothing goes wrong, the next protect from Ogata Kanna. Let's see what they will be protecting. Fun fact, he literally just woke up. Okay, there we go. I got confirmation that yes, they protected, polymaridd protected density 2. Now, as we wait for Ogata Kanna, they just woke up, so hopefully it's not anything too bad on their end. We don't want another Muka situation now, do we? As I say that in front of Muka, the streamer, I'm gonna get punched after this, but let's hope that doesn't happen, and we will be seeing Wildcard Tree being protected by Ogata Kanna. Virtual Paradise. But yeah, regarding the ban, I'm not actually too sure what they will be possibly banning, since both the wildcard and density have at least one protect. They may choose to opt out on banning one of the skill set, one of the maps in the specific skill set that the opponent has protected. That, or they may go and ban one of the coordination or tech pick that they are not comfortable with. And it seems like I was right. They will be banning coordination 2, Ogata Kanna. There goes Chase Me. The shortest release map is now gone as we jump into the next protect from polymaridd. Seems like Ogata Kanna, yes, will be restarting their PC real quick to fix the audio issue that they are having as of now. With one of the coordination gone, polymaridd may... I'm thinking of possibly wildcard 1. That, or possibly one of the tech maps. Never mind, it seems like they will be asking the ref for which of the maps are released. Polymaridd, I don't know if you know this, but we do have something called a skill set called CO. You know, you can possibly ban that. Or possibly one of the wildcards, since if I'm not wrong, both wildcard 1 and wildcard 2 is pretty release heavy by themselves respectfully. Probably tech tree. That. Oh, empath. Technical tree in itself is actually pretty annoying to release. I know, since well, Imperial Trinity did make me play this map a year ago to tell me if it's good or not. So this being used is funny. And now polymaridd will be banning tech tree, or as I would like to see in the client chat, tea. Hopefully you guys are drinking some tea as we are having this match to happen. The MSG break call goes really hard, but with tech tree gone, let's hope Ogata Kanna does come back in time to be able to fix their PC in terms of the audio issue. But while he's restarting, if I'm not wrong, Poity, the ref, should be putting up an MP ref time soon. Guys, if you're watching and you haven't tried out the tiebreaker yet, please do so and submit a score 2 audio in Illusion. But oh, it seems like polymaridd did a last minute change in terms of if they could ban coordination 1 instead. We'll see how Poity responds to that. It seems like it's a yes. Good luck to my good old streamer. Thank you. So let's look at the board again, shall we? Protects from Ogata Kanna, wildcard 3, and density 2 protect from polymaridd, while most of the coordination is gone from the pool, being coordination 1 and coordination 2. To be fair, I think it would have been a much better idea to ban coordination 1, simply because it's 3 minutes long. Milka, I agree with that. It is longer. I agree. It's a banger map. All you have to do is play 3 minutes of 2-star release long note timing map by Danny PX. But yeah, polymaridd I think is a good change up in terms of ban, since, well, technical tree is more, as the name suggests, on the techier side instead of the release oriented side. And it's also definitely shorter compared to what we have in coordination 1. So while we wait for Ogata Kanna to come back, hopefully they come back soon and not have too big of an issue anymore. It looks like my streamer is going insane from MSG. Guys, you cannot eat anything without MSG. Please apply some MSG into your meal, whether that being rice, noodles, or even chicken. Add it into your meal. Add MSG. Add that big bag of salt on crack, the king of flavor, as one would say, into any meal that you can possibly eat. This is the reason why we have a song of this in, you know, in the first place. I would love it if if Uncle Roger somehow tumble onto this and he gives us an actual reaction. That would be amazing, to be fair. This is a tribute kind of song and a meme of Uncle Roger's secret ingredient, the king of flavor, MSG. And oh, Ogata Kanna is able to turn back his PC, however, his monitor will not turn on. Oh dearie me. Time to fly to someone else's home to play now. Rage.
What? That's not even ramen. That's soba noodle. A completely different type of noodle. Hiya. Uncle Roger has to put my
Hiya.
leg down from chair. This is
MSG.
emergency.
What he's typing in essay, so oh dear me. Hopefully it's good. Hiya. But yeah, it's been 10 minutes already. Hopefully he comes back soon. Or else we unfortunately may see it win by default. I hope that's not the case and they're actually able to play. Okay, it seems like Ogata Kanna is able to solve the issue and is joining back now. So, if Hoity would able to come back with the invite, he should be able to come back in time. We just have to check if everything's in order. Okay, great. Ogata Kanna is back. Hopefully, starting from here, there will be not too big of an issue. So, now that Ogata Kanna is back into the lobby, we will be starting off the match soon with Polymarid's pick.
Perfect. 10 out of 10. Uncle Roger approved.
But yeah, hopefully polymaridd will be able to pick something quick. So both players will not be dragging off this too long. And it seems like my streamer, good old streamer, had narrator popped up. what a scuffed match this is. But without further ado, we will be getting Buchiage Fireworks Density 3. First pick from polymaridd, and we'll be choosing one of the density skill set that he has been protecting, being density 2, going right next to the other density map being density 3. It is, if I'm not wrong, the shortest map in the entire pool. It's short and sweet, however, crazy difficult if I do say so myself. So, hopefully nothing goes wrong on both players' side, and without further ado, let's get right into the first map of the match. As we start off from the map, it seems like both players had a slight drop in terms of accuracy, but like I said, at the beginning of the map, it doesn't really matter in terms of the accuracy until we get into the 400 combo mark, as both players is hovering over the 99.60% and 99.70% respectively. Ogata Kanna does find a little bit more of an accuracy drop and 200 drop, giving polymaridd just a slightly bit more of a lead as he capitalizes back into the comfort range, being 99.71% already, and Ogata Kanna is just finding more and more 200 and accuracy drop, getting his accuracy down to 99.19% now, and this keeps on dropping and dropping and dropping as we enter the second half. First miss, I hope that's not client, first miss from Ogata Kanna, actually missing right after we finish with the first density section of the map, giving the huge point lead towards polymaridd, 16k, 99.72%, while Ogata Kanna is barely holding on to the 99%. Hopefully, it's not due to his computer issue or anything. That would have sucked, but it seems like they are slowly going to recover back onto the 400 combo mark, whether the score starts to cap out. But the issue is that he did find a miss. Polymaridd still has the FC. Accuracy having a 0.5% of a differences as we enter the last bit of the map. Ogata Kanna finding another miss, and I think it's set in stone that polymaridd will be finding the first point of the matchup on density 3, one of the skill set he protected from density 2. And we will be seeing polymaridd getting his first point, as we see in the end Ogata Kanna finding a little bit more 200, nailing the coffin for polymaridd to secure his first point of the matchup. 28,000 points of difference, a 990k choke from polymaridd himself. But yeah, as we wait for the next pick, it should be Ogata Kanna's pick next. So let's jump right into the other screen and let's see what they will be protecting. What they will be picking. Now, they will actually be choosing the other density map. Shocking! I didn't think they would choose the other density map, as we have seen that in terms of density 3 itself, it's not really on par with his game compared to polymaridd. So us going into density 1 is a shocker. I thought he would go into one of the wildcard picks, since he did protect one of the wildcard map, being wildcard 3. But without further ado, we will jump right into the second map of the matchup. Density 1, there's just one density left on the board, being the protect from polymaridd. Similar to how there's only one coordination map left, since both Coordination 1 and 2 got banned both respectfully by both players. And without further ado, we are jumping right into the map. Ogata Kanna already finding a huge accuracy drop. If I'm not wrong, that was already a few 200 drop from their side, and they're dropping a little bit more 200 as we speak, finding a first drop right as soon as we go past the 200 combo mark. 400 combo mark, sorry. Down to 99% just barely, as Polymarid's accuracy by itself is also not looking too good compared to Ogata Kanna. Yes, Ogata Kanna did find a miss, so Polymarid will have a little bit more of a leeway in terms of the score lead as he slowly starts to have his accuracy coming back up to 99.50%, but it goes the same with Ogata Kanna, 99.34% now. First quarter of the map done, but due to the early mishap that Ogata Kanna did find, the score lead is about 4,000 points of difference towards Polymarid. Both in terms of accuracy slowly getting closer and closer by the minute. 99.38%, almost to the 0.40% from Ogata Kanna, and Polymarid is still hovering over the 99.50% approximate, trying his best to get back up his accuracy to 99.6 or even higher as we enter the second half of the map soon. We're entering the second half now. Both players still holding really well. Polymarid is able to get back his accuracy at 99.62%. However, Ogata Kanna is still struggling to get back his accuracy. Just about time for him to get back to 99.41%, but due to, yet again, the early miss, the score lead is still pretty big to Polymarid's side. Polymarid really needs to find a miss or a combo break, or potentially a big accuracy drop to swing the score lead back into an even tighter range. But as we enter the second half, both players still holding really strong, really well. Into the last quarter we go. Ogata Kanna just barely able to hold onto the 99.40% and trying to climb back up. Polymarid still onto the 99.65% approximate, still holding that full combo. Score lead actually got bigger. It's almost 10,000 points of difference to Polymarid's side compared to 6,000 earlier as we enter the last few bits of the map. Just 1/8 left. Ogata Kanna praying that Polymarid finds a miss or a huge choke to swing the score lead back to his favor, but that does not seem to be happening. Both players still holding really well in terms of combo. Polymarid still onto that full combo. We'll be closing out with a break point, 99.65% on density 1 to Polymarid. The second point of the match, 2-0. Better in terms of ratio and 200 count as well compared to Ogata Kanna, with a huge sum of 200 count difference. Not only that, Ogata Kanna also did find a early miss, so that basically nailed the coffin onto Polymarid's point. 988k, really good score from Polymarid's side, same with Ogata Kanna, but it's just not enough. With the second map out of the way, there's only one density left, alongside one coordination map left in the entire pool. All wildcard and all tech picks are still available. And here we go into the last density pick, density 2 deck by Amaya Whisper. I can't read. It's a cover. All you need to know is a cover, and it's one of the shortest. Actually, no, wait. This is in the middle range, in between density 1 and density 3's length. Now, with density 2 being picked, that will be all the density out of the option. They will have to go with something else that is not density anymore as we jump right into density 2 right after. first density section of the map coming in. Both players passing through the 400 combo mark swiftly, as density map usually pass through the combo mark really fast. Both players having about the same accuracy. As I say that, Ogata Kanna yet again finding an early miss. That seems to be the trend of what Ogata Kanna is happening right now. Is it probably, I think he just woke up for the match. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it's nothing related to his computer or game issue. But not quick after, he is back beyond the 400 combo mark, but the accuracy differences is very detrimental. 99.41% against 99.67%. Polymaridd does find a few 200 drop, closing down that gap from 9,000 to just barely in around the 7,000 range. Accuracy differences of 0.2% as of now. Ogata Kanna still holding really strong, while Polymaridd is finding more accuracy drop. Into the second half we go. This is also pretty short in terms of the density, but it's not too far away. Into the next section we go. Into the second density part, Polymaridd still barely holding onto the 99.60%, but Ogata Kanna is getting his accuracy back up slowly but surely. Score lead has closed down to about 6,000 to 7,000 points of difference to Polymaridd's side as we enter the last eighth of the map. Polymaridd still holding that full combo. Ogata Kanna unable to come back due to the early miss they had. Once again will not be able to close out on their possible breakpoint, as we will be seeing Polymaridd taking the third point of the match. Both actually having the same 200 count, and in terms of ratio, slightly better in Polymaridd's side. If Ogata Kanna just didn't miss at the beginning, if they held out in the consistency aspect, this could have well been their point actually. Now, quick detour, we will be taking a quick look into the other match that is happening. Let's take a look. It seems like just Emilio versus BBC Senzawa, also known as Homo Akemi, is, well, ongoing right now, 3-1 in Homo Akemi's favor. Now, Ogata Kanna is slowly getting warmed up now, about time. So, what will they choose? All the density is out of the way. They will only have Tech and Wildcard left, and they will be going with Technical Tree and Path. Map by Imperial Trinity, the person that Patiraj called the F word on 4DM. I will never forget that. Thank you, Patiraj. This is why I love you in terms of commentary and a streamer. You make everyone's life enjoyable and meme. So, we will be going into Technical Tree. Was originally gonna be Polymaridd's ban, but he swapped to Coordination 1. With the map about to start, let's see what happens on this matchup. If I'm not wrong, this is somewhat lengthy, 2.5 minutes long or slightly beyond that. So this really tests the player's consistency. Beyond the 400 combo mark, as we see, Ogata Kanna have a 99.50% range, as we've been seeing. Polymaridd actually outside his comfort zone for once, 99.65%. Only about a 0.1% of a difference to Polymaridd's side. This is really close. Polymaridd finding a 200 drop there. As we finish the first quarter of the map already and slowly enter into the second quarter, where more of the awkward release timing, more of the technical side of the release comes in. Ogata Kanna having his highest accuracy, if I'm not wrong, of the entire matchup. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Back down to 99.50% we go, as he finds a unfortunate miss at the middle of the mark, climbing back into the 400 combo mark really soon after polymaridd still holding that full combo on the 99.64% range, about the same. Score lead went from about 8,000 of difference to now 6,000 actually. In terms of consistency, what we're seeing is, in terms of consistency, polymaridd is holding onto the full combo really strongly, but Ogata Kanna just cannot capitalize on. Should I FC this or not? I don't know. You know what? I'll miss first just in case to keep my nerf down. Listen, that's a strat that I use, okay? Sometime. But as we enter the last quarter of the map, Ogata Kanna really needs to pray that polymaridd finds a detrimental drop, as polymaridd's accuracy is actually slowly climbing back up to almost 99.70% now, 99.53% on Ogata Kanna's side respectfully. As we enter the last bit of the map, polymaridd just doesn't want to miss. Apparently he's been full comboing everything, dude. God damn. Stop full comboing everything. This guy's in loser bracket, by the way. Oh yeah, I do need to mention, these two players are in the losers bracket, so whoever loses here is out of the tournament for good. And as Ogata Kanna misses the last bit of the map, at the end, it secures polymaridd's 4th point, meaning he's on match point. 989k from polymaridd. Dude, how is these kinds of player in losers bracket and yet able to get this kind of score? I don't get it. I'm having issue myself playing this kind of map. And these guys just do it like it's nothing. Am I just too washed for the tournament scene now? God damn. Time to quit W. I kinda did actually, but without further ado, we'll jump right next into the picking scene. This is really important for Ogata Kanna, that they must win the next 4 pick to secure at least a tiebreaker, as we go into polymaridd's pick next. And of course we choose a banger. Of course, a banger. Wildcard 2, Hatsune Miku. God bless Hatsune Miku. Watch the Project Sekai movie, it's amazing. This song does kind of remind me of Machine Love by Jamie Page, with how it's tuned, but instead of Hatsune Miku, it's Kasane Teto. But without further ado, we will be jumping right next to Why Do I, featuring Hatsune Miku, picked by polymaridd, Wildcard 2. I just smacked my microphone, hopefully nobody heard that. This is a banger song. And ooh, as we see here at the beginning, right as we enter the 400 combo mark, accuracy lead, it seems to go into Ogata Kanna's side. I need to shut up. Anyway, like I said, it was on Ogata Kanna's side, but yet again, another early miss, down his accuracy to on par of polymaridd's. Except polymaridd still holding onto that fine full combo, 99.65%. It seems like his accuracy comfort is around the 99.63%, well, 99.60% or beyond slightly in general. Accuracy lead is not too big of a difference, but Ogata Kanna yet again did find a miss at the beginning. So the score lead will be bigger than expected, about 4,000 towards polymaridd's side as we enter the second half of the map soon. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Chileans that is cheering on to Ogata Kanna and for me to curse him 3 times in a row this match. I'm really sorry. Polymaridd, please. God damn. 99.62% on polymaridd's side, but slowly climbing. Ogata Kanna actually having a slight accuracy drop down to barely 99.50% now as we enter the last quarter soon, finding more 200 drop from his side. Polymaridd seems to hold hold onto the 99.60% accuracy comfortably, does find a few 200 or so, but like I said, he has the consistency, he has the full combo potential. So as long as he doesn't miss, he should be good to take the last point that is needed to win the match, giving a 5-0 sweep to Ogata Kanna. Ogata Kanna finding a few more 200 points, 200 score, like I said, getting his accuracy down slightly more. Score gap being 5,000, and as we enter the map, I don't think anything is gonna happen, hopefully. And that will be it. That will be the end of the matchup. Polymaridd, without missing on any of the map, closing it in 5-0 against Ogata Kanna on round of 32 losers bracket. 984k finisher. Good game, well played from both players. Now, that does mean that Ogata Kanna will unfortunately be out of the tournament, as this is the loser bracket. It's crazy to see that strong players like these losing this early in the round, and Polymaridd will be winning this one and securing themselves into round of 16, and they will be facing another strong player being Dark Hitchaser, who faced against Pavin earlier this week. That will be happening next week as one of the matchup before hopefully either one of them going into the conditional. Now, if we Now, yep, these are the only two matches left of this week, and both will be happening in about a few more hours time, 2 to 3 hours actually. So do stay tuned for that. First of the matchup that will be happening will be Peach Marrow versus Lalito coming up, and then right after that we will be having Naitomea, also known as Briku, versus Giselle, both respectively happening on 20 UTC and 21 UTC. Now, of course, I will not be commentating because duh, too late. Now, in terms of when the map push showcase will be happening, if I'm not wrong, Polytetro should be... yes, it will be happening on 6 AM for the English side. Today, for me actually. It will be happening in roughly about 5.5 hours. Round of 16 map push showcase actually for the English side. Now for those in the Chinese side, don't worry, I didn't forget you guys. It will be happening on September 29, 13 UTC. 13 UTC plus 0 for the Chinese stream. So if you want to tune in for the English stream, feel free to, but if you want to look around in the Chinese stream and see your Bevelk scream "What's up?", feel free to in 13 UTC on 29th of September. So without further ado, that is it for me, Adam McAfee, your commentator of this matchup, and I will catch you guys hopefully next week. Goodbye everybody, and thank you Milka for streaming. I love you.
All I remember is that you called me a piece of shit. Said you never wanna see my face again. You regret everything we ever did. You're obviously over it, so over it.